Welcome here live inside King Stadium. I'm Logan Hunt. Alongside me, I have Austin Flores. And Austin, we're getting set for an exciting match between the Huntington University Foresters and the Goshen Maple Leafs.
Yeah, this should be a good game. It's going to mean a lot for both teams.
Definitely meaning a lot as we look at the Crossroads League standings here. Definitely tight all in that middle section. As you can see, Foresters 3-5 in the Crossroads League, Goshen 4-4. So this could be definitely a deciding game for Huntington to maybe hop some spots and climb up in the Crossroads League.
I'll say that's where the important thing for Huntington is you want to be towards the middle of the pack for the postseason conference play, so that way you don't have to play some of the better teams right out the bat. And so this game will be really important in boosting them up a few spots.
Definitely to be a big time game for them. You want to get in that middle of the pack, like you said. Austin and the Foresters in need of a win. Probably not going to drop down anymore, but the lowest they could be would be 8th. But really want to get to that middle of the pack and have a good conference championship run, possibly. This is going to be the last regular season game for Huntington and for Goshen as well. So definitely Foresters looking to go out with a bang. They're 8-1, Goshen 5-11, but have done some work in the Crossroads League.
Yeah. Also, it's the last home game of the season, so the seniors are out there going to be really giving it their all. I mean, last home game, that's what you do, if not just for the emotional side of it. Last time on the field, you got to leave it all out on the field.
You mentioned seniors, Austin. Who would you like to see have a big game for Huntington?
I'd like to see both Tyson and Joey have a really good game. Very strong in the center and the winger spots, and seeing them being a little bit more offensive this game would be a really good sight to see. Definitely
like seeing that kind of midfield be a little more offensive. We know we have some speed up front for the Foresters. We know Woost and DeSoto can score the ball. Matthias has definitely been big for him, but a lot of it looking to come from the senior leadership here from Huntington.
Yeah. So you can't count out Lucas Slanager either. Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, he's dangerous both ways, and he'll give us some of that speed and some of that quickness of play, moving the ball around, and it'll be a good game to watch.
We've mentioned some of the key players for the Foresters. Goshen, though, has a freshman, Isaac Herda, from Goshen, Indiana, right there in the hometown. He's been doing it big for him so far. He has 5 goals on the year and can really create his own shot, which is definitely big for Goshen.
Yeah, and that'll be something that the Foresters will have to watch out for and plan for accordingly. Is a guy with a big boot. You may need to double team him at times, or put high pressure on him to not give him that half step that he'll need to just rip.
Yeah, definitely going to be big for Huntington. Going to want to come out, try to get on the board early. Going to try to close out the regular season in their last home game with a win against Goshen. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the start of the game here between Huntington University and Goshen College.
Fusion Media is kind of this idea to bring broadcasting and film production together. Just doing media, but maybe not in the news field or in the radio field as broadcasting was.
With Fusion Media, you're not stuck in this cookie cutter route to become a news anchor or a radio DJ. There's so much more you can do with it.
Fusion Media is a way to take those everyday experiences and bring them to the students now, in the moment.
I would say there's so many opportunities for you guys to make an instant impact. We have HTV, we have live stream, we have Fuse FM. Like, we're ready for you right now.
It's so exciting as a freshman to be able to come in and right away be doing hands-on things like being a part of HTV and the radio station. And for a freshman coming in, that's so exciting to be able to do those things.
It's just really new. It's the newest idea that's been out. So no other school is going to offer a broadcast fusion media degree. We're the only one that does that. When you come to HU, you're able to really open your field and to be not just a reporter or not just a videographer, but to become someone who's multi-talented. So you can be on air, you can run a camera, you're kind of a one-man band sort of thing. You're really just given the chance to kind of run with ideas and to make stories and to create them interesting from the ground up. And that's a cool opportunity that you're not allowed to do anywhere else.
The alumni office at Huntington University is really here to stay in touch with the alumni and graduates, as well as provide resources to them so they can reconnect. It's just really important to us that we keep in touch with them and then let them know what's going on campus as well, things that they might want to continue to stay involved with or maybe participate in an alumni gathering.
I started getting involved as an alumni board member, and we would do various projects throughout the university, throughout the year. Just being able to meet people who've graduated and to listen to their stories about the university, back then the college, and how it's grown today, it's really an honor and a privilege to be a Forester. I knew that this was going to be the university that I was going to graduate from, and I have friends here that will be lifelong.
The degree that we're offering is seeking to equip folks who are interested in applying a ministry education to cross-cultural work. So who's looking to do holistic ministry, someone who's looking to engage in the business for transformation or business as missions model would find some equipping through our Global Initiatives degree.
Our Global Youth Ministries degree is designed to prepare people for leadership in youth ministry, quite simply anywhere in the globe. It's for men and women who are already in youth ministry or for people who are simply preparing to lead youth ministry.
One of the things I like about the pastoral leadership track is that Luke and Karen, who worked on developing it, consulted with church leaders so that people preparing for ministry leadership in the church would have the skills and the knowledge that they need.
Some of what I'd want our program to be known for is being really clear-minded about linking our own program vision with the Lord's vision for His people and for the kingdom. What we want to do is be faithful to that which He's called us to. And some of that would be that we believe that the Church of Jesus Christ is going to be well served when it's populated and led by people who have stories of being reached by Christ and are now well formed to follow Him at the cost.
Plans don't always go the way we want them to, but you're not alone in this adventure called life. Remedy Live is a non-for-profit web station that strives to produce a positive message while helping teens who need it. If we can help you, text the word REMEDY to 313131 or visit our website at remedylive.com to chat with someone there. Remedy Live. We chat, we listen, we love.
Welcome back here live to King Stadium. where your Huntington University Foresters are about to take on the Goshen College Maple Leafs, and both teams looking to come out of here with a win.
Yep. Good game. Good atmosphere about us right now. Teams are really excited. They both were going at it at warm-ups, and so this is going to be a good day.
Definitely going to be a good day. As we see Huntington up front, gonna look to do some damage. We've seen them put some goals in lately. Definitely have had some good opportunities, and that seems to be the strength of this Forester squad is the front line.
Yeah. Let's say from last game, we had Miguel as well as Mateus scoring a few goals, and it'd been a little while since they had done that, and so it's really good to see them kind of get out of the slump and get back into the swing of things. Hopefully we'll see more of that today.
Definitely look for a little bit more of that. See already, ball going to go out. See a Goshen throw-in coming. Francais Ravalier with the throw-in for Goshen. Off the head of George. Salinas and Vingerly were battling there. Spencer with some time up front. Woos gets a header on it.
Yeah, good. So right now it seems that the Maple Leafs are doing a lot of high pressing, and are really, I guess, taking it to the Foresters.
So his high pressure definitely has affected Huntington already, as we see foul going to be there on Nussbaum. Getting Newberry off his feet. Hester's ball going to float. One out of the air by Reed. Nice pass there. That's what I'm trying to find Hurtis up, or Horito up. Not going to be there. Hurta with the turn on Rippey, pulling it back. Reed leaving it off for Nussbaum.
Good little through ball right there.
Theus, though, nice takeaway.
Yeah. Not afraid to get a little physical there in the corner.
Ushelman gonna kick that one out. Gonna be a goal kick for Hester and the Foresters.
Just a bit in front of him, but that was a good idea. He got it past the defender, and he would have had a really easy cross in had he gotten to the ball.
See, nice passing here from Huntington. Miguel able to get a hold of it. Trying to cross it in. Going to be blocked going to the corner. Francois Ravalier saving it. Only going to be a throw-in. Knopfzieger couldn't quite come up with it. Newberry crossing it over. Woos trying to come up with it. Ushelman going to hit it out for Goshen. Forster throwing. This ball going to roll out. See a Goshen throw in.
It seems to be a very, very fast-paced game with both teams being the more high-press-minded defense, to where you just keep going back and forth very quickly. Be interesting to see how long this keeps up, or until like one team just starts finding their groove a little bit more and goes at their own pace.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Said a lot of high pressure from both, playing at a high pace. We haven't seen this too often from Huntington.
Yeah, I'll say honestly, this is one of the things I think we can struggle with, is keeping up with another team that also does high press as much as we do.
Yeah. I'm just going to be how long can these teams keep it up as well. Goshen can't quite connect on the pass in there. Mateus within midfield. Has some room, gonna take a few steps. Looking for someone to pass to now. Gonna get taken away by Nussbaum.
So he held on the ball just like 1 or 2 touches too much. You couldn't really see anyone right there, but wasn't necessarily the worst decision to dribble across the field.
I think you mentioned maybe 1 or 2 dribbles too much there. Gunda trying to get it back to Oshelman. That far side, we're going to hit it out. Miscue there from Goshen. De Sosa getting across inside. Salinas gets a foot on it. Going to be easily corralled, though, by Nofziger.
See, that was a great run by Tyson, going towards the ball and towards the keeper to where he drew that defender in, so that way Marcos could just make that backside run and with no one in front of him.
Oh, nice cut back there from Tyson. Gonna get to Mateus. He's gonna go outside to George, making the run up. George with the cross in.
Ooh, that was a good first time cross in by Tyler George there.
Foul gonna go on Nussbaum there. Woos coming back with the challenge.
It looks like Joey Newberry will be the one that'll be taking it, and as we've seen earlier in the season, he's really good at finding his players inside the box.
This one gonna go long. Nofziger coming up with it.
He maybe just overcompensated for the win there a little bit.
Nofziger, though, very tall goalie for Goshen. Very big frame. Force probably going to have to score low on him.
Yeah, with tall goalies, that's what you have to do, just shoot low and hope they're not fast at getting down to it.
So probably not going to get any chip shots today.
No, unless he's way off of his line.
Same can be said, though, for Troy Hester and Huntington. Troy, a very tall goalie as well.
Yeah. So I'd say just from playing with Troy, I know Troy's not afraid to get down when he needs to, or jump, leap, I guess some would say.
See the foul going to be on Rippey there, about midfield. And Gunda switching sides, Francais Ravalier sending the run.
Ooh, great run.
Nussbaum getting taken out by Spencer. Now it's going to go the other way. Nussbaum came back and took Spencer out. Looked like a clean tackle there from Spencer, though.
Yeah, that was a good decision. And even so, he was outside the box as well if the ref thought it was dirty. I mean, it was completely clean. I say it's the retaliations they have to watch out for as a ref.
That can get even more frustrating for a player as well.
Yeah.
Bingerly sending it. Hester coming out of his box. Get a little kick there.
Yeah. So those are some of the things that Troy seems to be not afraid of, is to step outside of the box and go for the kicks when he needs to.
Rippey with the throw in on the far side. Going to Mateus. Mateus and Mangunda. Strong contest there. Gonna pay off. Goshen can get the throw in now. Woos with the flick up to Miguel. Miguel putting on the burners on Chupp. But Chupp able to cut it off and get it back to Nofziger. He'll boot it away. Rippey trying to head it back to Hester. Hester just going to boot this one out of bounds.
Way out of bounds. So that was a good job of Goshen's back line right there to stay with, because not only was there a man right on Miguel, there was also the covering defender in case he tried to cross it in.
Mm-hmm. Gonna see the goal kick coming now for Huntington.
readjusting the ball there.
Benjali, first 1-2, gets to Reed. If I'm Nofziger, back to Francais Ravalier. Ravalier crossing to Oshelman. Oshelman trying to flick it off, but Mateos able to recognize there and hit it out. Salinas getting tripped.
And the ball getting kicked away.
Rippy sending it long. On trigger. Getting his knee on it. Gonna hit that out.
Theus on the dribble again. See if can find someone to pass to here.
We hit out of bounds by Reed. Guess that will work as well.
Yeah.
Salinas with the turn.
Ooh, great turn. Way to
Gonna take
keep
a
the
hit. Blocked by Bontrager.
Oh.
Hit gonna go over. It's gonna be a corner kick.
See, I don't know if Mateos was fully aware that the ball was coming right to his foot, but that was a crazy bounce there that it took. I love watching Marcos dribble the ball like that because he always seems to somehow keep the ball at his feet, and it's just crazy to watch.
Forster's working the short ball. Woos getting it off now to Tyson. Tyson with the lefty hit. Oh, right at
Not a bad hit.
Nafziger. Yeah, not a bad look though. Was good to keep pressure there.
Yeah. It's always fun to see us try to draw that extra defender out there by playing that short game. That's the only thing that it's good for is getting one guy less inside the box for the cross in.
George, great take there. Salinas finding Tyson. Leaving it up for Mateus. Nofziger comes out. Theus got it's like a shin guard on it though. Woos now with it going to work on Reed, showing his speed, getting it across and in. Backside, Salinas there. Off the post. Oh. George getting it back though to Salinas. The attack still coming. And Mangunda.
Salinas down.
Take it, but Salinas is down. Salinas still down. And now the ref will stop. Calvin Mangunda, Jr. for Goshen.
It looked like a hard challenge there.
Yeah.
Not like vicious in any way, just both of them going in for the ball. And looked like he might be holding his arm there.
Yeah, I see Salinas holding that arm. Yeah. It's never a good sign. We see Coach Russ Lawson coming out now.
Hopefully it isn't more than just like maybe a tweak to the shoulder, something like that.
Well, we're going to take just a quick break. We'll come back, give you the update here on Salinas. Once again, it's 0-0, 32 minutes to play here in the first half.
I'm Mike Wanis. I'm the Academic Dean at Huntington University. We are very excited about the Institute for Agricultural Studies and for the new program in agribusiness. Agriculture in Indiana is huge. It's a huge part of the economy. There's a lot of people involved. There's so many different levels of participation from farming all the way up, through all the different kinds of agribusiness. And with our Christian mission, I think that we can bring a unique contribution in that area because we can look at agriculture and we can look at agribusiness not just as how can we maximize profits, but how are we being good stewards of God's creation? How are we serving humanity through agriculture? So how can we do that and think about issues of sustainability, issues of justice, and not just about the bottom line?
What makes the HU music department special, I think, is basically the people that make up the department.
It's like we're one big family. Instead of just friends coming together to sing and do music work, it's more like we're a family, like just brothers and sisters.
Students have an opportunity to bond with one another, being a smaller group. It gives us a chance to interact more closely with the students, to answer all their kinds of questions that might arise.
The professors are really knowledgeable, very talented, and you can tell that they really care about individual students.
We incorporate the community sometimes, so it's really good to get to meet new people from Huntington and throughout the community and just to work with everyone.
The choir performs lots of times out in area churches. The function of what we do here at Huntington is to try to make musicians and also God-honoring musicians.
It's very much a supportive community in the HU music department. So not only are you getting an excellent music education, but you are developing as a person just because you're getting to know all these great people.
Welcome back here live to King Stadium, where Marcos Salinas still the injured Forrester still down, and the training staff attending to him. And like I mentioned, it was him and Calvin Mangunda challenging for the ball, and it was an aggressive hit, but I'd say it was clean. It was a very clean hit. Just that's what happens in soccer.
Yeah, sometimes you just land funny and can like land on your shoulder or arm wrong and just really tweak it, and you're not expecting it, and the other person wasn't trying to do it.
Definitely very even more disappointed with Salinas. Just seconds later had a good look on goal as well, hit the post, and how quickly your season can turn like that.
Yeah. So it's like, he even just got the ball back right then too, and it was just a very unfortunate set of circumstances that went about after that.
So both teams still waiting here. Salinas still being attended to. I said it looked like a right arm injury is what it looked like.
Yeah, the way he came down and the way that they're looking at him right now, it looks like he's been very gingerly holding his right arm. Not entirely sure what is hurting him there, but it looks like it could be something like upper arm related.
So we're gonna take another break here as we see Salinas in a sling now, getting up and walking off, hopefully.
Still, I just heard one of the coaches walking by saying that it was his elbow just got dislocated.
Oh, well, dislocated elbow is
painful.
Painful, very painful. Can't fault the man for staying down for that.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're gonna try to get back to the action.
I'm saying, luckily it wasn't anything more serious like broken bones or anything like that. But we just hope and pray that he'll be feeling better here soon.
So a good thing with dislocation, at least it's not broken, like you mentioned. Definitely a smaller time span of getting back. We know that's what Salinas loves to do, and even having a marvelous game as well. Lucy Newberry leading Miguel in. Miguel able to get hold of it, keeping it in bounds, trying to cross it in, going to be off Auschman and out. So we're going to see a corner kick now for Huntington.
So we see the momentum for the Forsters is still there. Right off the bat, just quick turnaround, trying to score.
Smith and Woos back for the corners. Last time Forster went short, now Smith playing it inside. Matthias with the flick and just hitting the outside the net. Going to be a goal kick, but a fantastic look there from Matthias.
a good ball in, and like that run just went unmarked right there. And almost got it.
Forces, though, have had some pressure here in the last few minutes. Looking to capitalize.
Almost looked like Joey was raising his arm there to get that ball.
Rippy going back to Hester. Woosking his head on that. It's going to fall out.
So I heard us coming up with a big header right there.
You see Herda with it for Goshen and getting kicked out. Ball going to bounce over Reed off of Rippy's head now, so Goshen just walking it up the line here.
Yeah.
See this a lot of time in soccer.
It's the easy way to get up the field.
Ball played back to Reed. Reed playing it inside. Hester right there with it to make the grab.
So just a little bit too far of the Maple Leaf offense right there.
High punt here. Sosa getting his head on it. Kalishik trying to find Brooks Smith. Goshen, though, able to maintain possession. Comes Vingerly. Leaving it off down the line. Kalishik able to come back. Keeping it in, though. Vingerly right there. Crossing inside, low ball. George able to hit it out. Now here comes Spencer the other way, getting it up to Miguel de Sosa.
So hopefully he can try to find Mateus or Jerry making that run in. The center back. Say Miguel and Mateus, both very fast up there at the front, very able to just move the ball around really quick.
Like you mentioned, though, a great run from Spencer. Jeremy Spencer, and I see Newberry in the back covering for him now until he gets back.
Hey, sometimes it's good to just switch it up a little bit, get someone else up there that can run around and kind of throw off those opposing players.
So
Whoa, what's he doing dribbling up here?
So they definitely get used to playing the same people. Don't know their tendencies necessarily. You see Newberry going outside to George. George with some options. Finding Tyson trying to flick it. Today Sosa, but not quite there as Vingerly gets it going down the line now. Nofziger with it. He'll cut down the line. Him and Herda on different pages, though. Hester with the ball at his feet. Now we'll pick it up. Bit of a knuckleball outside. Finally, Bontrager hitting it out.
Hey, moving the ball around in the air seems to be the name of the game right now.
Curtis again hitting this one out. And again, stepping to it. We do like his ability to step to the ball first, though.
Yeah, he is very big on winning the ball. Having that hunger for the ball, getting there first.
And that's going to be a foul there. George getting thrown to the ground by Nofziger. Or excuse me, Spencer. Spencer's hit going right down the line and out. Oh, excuse me, Hester.
So that seems to be a kind of a happening that shouldn't necessarily happen, kicking it out like that. But you know, these things happen. You just have to come back from it.
Indri going up to Nofziger. George sliding in, staying in bounds, and now foul going to be on George. Francais Ravalier playing quickly. Goshen with it. Vingerly popping it in, and That will be over and out. So goal kick for Huntington.
So that was a very, I would say, semi-dangerous slide from George right there, of just going for it and hoping he gets the ball. That was, I would say, warranted of a warning right there.
I do like though how the side ref, the assistant ref, made the call as well.
Yeah.
There, one the center guy. Do like seeing that. See Rippey and Herta going at it. And Rippey gonna be called for the foul. Those two been going at it this first half already.
So normally they'll call it on the one who has his arms up, and Rippey did.
Gave him a bit of a chicken wing there.
Yeah. So it looks like we have a 3-man wall here for the Foresters.
Ooh. Ball just missing there for Goshen.
Good shot. Like, that was just barely over.
As Nussbaum with the hit, he already has 4 goals on the year. Second leading scorer for the Maple Leafs, and we can see why with hits like that.
I mean, that had some power behind it as well, besides the placement.
Hester hit going wide, Vingerly with it. Kalishik coming back, going to be a call there. Kalishik getting pulled from behind. A little slow to get up.
It seems to be quite a scrappy game so far.
Long hit. Going to trail out. George working it today. Sosa. Smith with it now. Leaving it off for George. Kalishik giving back to George down the line.
Ooh, good ball right there.
See what Miguel can do with it. Gonna go back to George. Couldn't quite find Kalishik, but right idea though.
Yeah. So he was doing a good ball of like slowly moving the ball up. He had options to play it back or try to switch up the point of attack, but they were having some significant gains there on this left side and moving it up, back up. George was doing well there.
We finally see the ball getting to the ground. I'm going to go along to Herta, and here comes Hester right out off his line to get it. He'll swing it out wide to Rippey on the far side. Herta coming in quick.
Has some speed on him.
Newberry with the ball. Leaving it off now for Mateos. Going to be hit out. Forster ball. Now Brooks Smith going to be called there.
So one of those unfortunate ones where the arms were extended a bit and the ref saw it.
They're just a bit too much there. Too much contact for the ref's liking. Let's say, though, it's been a very well officiated game so far.
Yep, he's been very fair for
Yes.
both teams, and yeah, couldn't
Very-
ask for anything better than that.
Definitely very consistent. See Mateos with it. Leaving it off for Woos. Woos with the turn, able to get it up somehow. Now Mateos with it. Ball going to be hit out.
Ooh, Mateus making that run.
Gonna take the hit.
Fortunately, couldn't get a little bit more power behind it, but that was a great job of him. He just went right between the two Goshen players to win that ball.
It's a little bit like what we've seen from Salinas earlier. You see a nice move there from Herta right around Rippey. Leaning it off wide. Crossing in Vingerly. Gets a head on it. And Hester able to come out and get it.
Tyler George needs to make sure that he takes his peaks and watches that backside run, because even though he was able to get back in time to stop a shot or anything, he still had a chance to cross it into his other player running in, and that can be just as dangerous.
We've seen both teams with equal opportunities to score as well.
Yeah.
Been very 50-50. Not one team dominating the other. Chubb finding her to give it right back in the midfield. Trying to cross sides. Looking for Nussbaum. Vingley out wide. Francais Ravalier with it. George getting around him.
Doing a nice job getting around him as well.
Woos with a beautiful pass out
Great
to Miguel de Sosa. Now de Sosa can go to work.
Oh.
Just losing it a little bit.
Say those are the plays you really like to see, of where you don't need to communicate, even though you're supposed to.
Well, here comes Herta with the breakaway, and Hurtis comes in there, gets a foot on it. Great play there from Travis Hurtis.
That was very, very big of him.
Big speed there from him to get back. Seemed like Herta had the defensive line beat, and Hurtis coming out of nowhere. Good closing speed. Possibly saving a goal there.
Yeah.
Woos with some nice footwork trying to find Matthews up. Herta going to be called for the push there on Hurtis. Under 20 to play, still tied at 0. Got to think a goal is looming on the horizon right now.
Yeah.
Both teams getting closer and closer.
So ever since that post shot, you can tell the Foresters have been hungry. We need to put one in.
Here's Matthias. Open look. He'll take the hit and going to fly over.
Little scooped his foot there a little bit. It's one of those where you have to keep the toe down.
It's like he didn't quite get over the ball as well.
Yeah. Say Goshen going short there, noticing that the Foresters were pushed back for the big shot up, but couldn't get to it.
Ball going to be hit out by Goshen. George with throwing back to Spencer. Spencer trying to find Miguel off his chest. Spencer able to get his foot on it. Still in play. Ball going to go long and out. We'll see a goal kick coming for Huntington.
So you've definitely seen this defense grow throughout the year of just knowing where the other player is going to be for them, and the cohesiveness. And you can see it just here. They work so well together.
Hester with the line drive. First hit there by Bontrager. George's hit going to go out. Bit of a miss there from Nofziger. Nice touch there.
Ooh. Fortunately, Tyson couldn't get that cut on him. Cut on Revalier.
Gonna be hit up by Vingley. Forrester's coming with the throw in. George trying to go down the line, not quite there. Here comes Nofziger. Newberry coming back to challenge.
Using some speed. Oh, goodness.
Maple Leaf still with possession. Reed has it. Getting it out wide to Vingley. Bring it back to Francais Ravalier. Good passing there from Goshen. Vingley trying to put it in, not quite there. Brooks gonna go out wide to Matthews.
Ooh, great find. Ball right to him. Let's see if Matthews can take him on one-on-one.
Guys, Woost outside if he looks there. Now I'm going to leave it off for Smith. Smith back to Newberry. Out wide to George. Should see a cross in here.
Oh.
Had some wicked spin on it.
Yeah.
Looks like no one could quite judge it. See Smith tracking it down, though, and that's going to be a foul. Nice bum.
So you see that happen sometimes when you have someone who's good with footwork like Brooks, where he'll get past a guy and the guy will get a little upset and go for him then instead of the ball.
Yep. Good opportunity coming for Huntington, though.
Not bad placement. You can get a good cross in and put one in the back of the net.
So it was about 5 yards out from the 18. We're going to see Brooks Smith back to take it for Huntington. A little surprising. Usually it's Newberry that takes these. Smith crossing inside.
Ooh. Fortunately, he got off the back heel of one of the Forester players.
Now here comes Herta, open space, dangerous here.
I'll say, especially with his speed.
Yes. With the turn, and Rippey comes back, able to get his foot on it, going to roll out for a corner kick now for Goshen with 15 to play in the first half. It'll be Vinderly taking it. Leaving it in the middle. Ooh. Block from Huntington. We see Kalishik just hitting that one out, clearing it up.
Giving the Foresters some time to recover and get back in their defensive shape. As they looked a little uneven there, but I mean, rightly so. You just ball.
Knopfseger with a bad touch there. Forster's going to try to capitalize. Maybe it's like possible handball there from Magunda, not called from the ref. Gundam going middle, and Woost able to get his foot on it. Goshen still with the ball. Reed has it. Play it back out to Chupp. On the Reed, Magunda with it.
Great ball played, splitting the two defenders right there.
Looks like we're going to see the foul called there. They're going to call it a goal kick.
Let's see. Interesting back and forth between the refs there. One called the foul, but the other one called the goal kick.
Wind picking up just a bit. You see Hester's ball kind of floating back.
Yeah. Say while the wind keeps up, you may have to try to kick it hard and low.
Yep.
That way to get some sort of distance.
Curtis clearing that ball.
Way out.
Gundam and Woos battling the midfield. Comes Herta with the hit.
So Joey making a big save right there.
Yeah. And Hester going to go quickly. Sees Miguel up top. George with the hit.
Ooh, almost finding Brooks.
Surprised that wasn't a foul there. Seems like Goshen recently has really been able to maintain possession. See Mateus hitting it out and done a very good job holding the ball.
So they're doing 1-2 touches back and forth. Even just passing it back between the same two people, they're moving the Forster defense back around and catching them off guard a bit.
As we see our first substitution for Goshen, Brody Knopfzieger going to come out. Isaac Longnecker, the freshman, coming in for Goshen. Immediately getting a touch, and Newberry going to be called for the push in the back.
So this can be a fairly dangerous territory, especially with the wind right here. It gave it a little bit more oomph. So we'll have to watch those backside runs.
Troy's going to have to be careful. We're very aware.
Make sure he doesn't come too far off his line.
Oh.
Or maybe a little slip. We'll just send it out past the goal line.
And Nussbaum with a little bit of a slip there. No, every soccer player's done that at one point or another.
Yep, not a proud moment for any soccer player. Feel a bit sheepish standing back up after that.
George with it on the near side. Trying to go in the middle to Smith. And Gunda all over it. Going to hit it out. Comes a Forster throw in, though. Miguel unmarked, then they're going to be hit out. So now Huntington going to work the ball up the sideline. The middle now, Matthias with the run. Looking for someone to pass to. Leaving off in the middle to Newberry.
Oh.
Newberry with the hit.
Oh.
Just off the
Oh,
glove
my
of Knopfzieger. Great save. Ball still.
Big save. Oh, my gosh. Had to really stretch out for that one.
That big frame we're talking about. Newberry, though, with a very clean and good look there. Ball just sneaking through top the 18.
So they just missed Tyson, and Joey anticipated that.
Smart play from the seniors. We see Matthias coming back here, putting it in the middle. Bontrager going to hit it out. Now the foul on Rippey there. I feel that might be something we're going to be saying a lot with Rippey and Herta going at it this game. It's going to be a fun matchup.
Yeah. I'd say if you get irritated with someone out in the field that you're matched up with often, then odds are things are going to get a little chippy between the two of you.
And a foul there. Easy call for the referee. Woos going quickly.
Finding Tyson on the outside. And Tyson bringing it in.
Tyson with the hit, low. Knopfzieger all over it. Seems like forced to do is they get on a bit of hot streak, a little bit of a run, and rattle off a few shots, and it's always good to keep the goalkeeper honest.
Yeah. So they're starting to hit it a little bit lower as well, just hoping that he can't reach down in time.
Hurt's just going to have to kick this one out. Ball going to trickle out. We're going to be a goal kick again for Huntington. Seems really some exciting soccer so far, and a lot of good ball movement too. Very good soccer being played here.
So they're making the tougher passes instead of some of the easier ones have been paying off.
Yeah,
honestly, and then even like the easy ones, there's just so many opportunities because a lot of people are making runs when they don't have the ball, and that's really what separates the good team from the great teams.
Newberry out wide to Smith. Smith has Chupp on him. Smith trying to leave it off for Tyson. Ball gonna fall out. Should be a corner kick, and it will be. Be interesting to see who takes this one. We've seen Smith take the past few, and it will be him. We also see Woos coming up possibly for a short ball. We saw Huntington do it the very first time, the one crossing it in.
Odds are it's just trying to draw out one more defender. That way it'll be two defenders right now. That way it's a little bit easier for the Forsters to put one in.
Nice ball inside. Flick. Good defense there from Goshen. Rippey with a nice header back into Brooks.
Right to his foot.
Nice move there on Longnecker as well. You see the rain starting to come.
Yep.
Just a bit here. King Stadium. Slight drizzle. Newberry with it out wide to Hurtis. Mateos trying to go to work.
Ooh,
Losing
cutting
the defender, coming inside.
He's still with it.
with it. Just doesn't give up. Now
It's not in his way.
Gets out to Tyson. Good look. Cross side. Hurtis there, just
Oh.
over his head.
Slight misjudgment there.
Ooh. Oh, gonna be a foul there.
That move, though. Fun to see. Hurtis pulling a few moves out there.
You know, he has to get excited once he gets up there towards the
Yeah.
18s. Cooch back usually behind midfield this whole time, and now he's able to finally make some moves.
The excitement gets really gets to you once you get into that 18 box with the ball. Oh goodness, just missed the goal. That was a great save right there.
Very nice save there. And Forrester's getting closer and closer, it feels.
Whew, that one almost got to me. I thought that was going in.
Definitely a close call. Looks like an easy handball there, Mangunda.
They look to maybe switch it up backside to try to find Mateus. Mateus and Miguel both back there.
Yeah. Woo's going to be the one to take this. You got to think Forrester's just getting closer and closer to this goal. Want to try to pound one in as Woos floating in there. And a foul in the box. Francais Ravalier pushing Mateus in the back, and that's going to be warranted for a PK.
This will be interesting to see who takes it. Looks like Joey Newberry is going to be the one who takes this PK.
We saw him have some nice hits in the pregame warm-up.
Yeah.
So
hopefully we'll get one more out of him.
Big moment.
Say everyone else just needs to make sure that they crash the goal in case there is a block.
And the block from Nofziger. Mateus there and going to be hit out. What a save from Nofziger. Big time save for the Goshen goalie.
Say, fortunately, Joey just couldn't get it quite out to the corner yet.
Good recognition, though, from Mateus to crash the goal, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
See Woost with the corner, sliding in. George trying to pound it back in. And finally, Herta gets it now in the open field.
It looks like it's 2v1, but he has a switch if he wants it.
Gonna go out to Francais Ravalier. Newberry back on him.
Doing a good job
Crossing
of slowing
inside.
it up.
Just hit out. Kalishik still with it. 4 minutes now. Rain coming down heavier.
I'd like to see Miguel try to flick it out to Woos there and get a shot off.
Hester with it. Now going to pick it up.
The intensity is very high here in these last few minutes. Both teams looking to put one in, and both teams getting a lot of opportunities.
Here comes George with it, leaving off for Mateus.
So unfortunately, there wasn't really anyone making a backside run for him to play it off to, but the backside is wide open.
Yeah, definitely was.
Figured this rain was coming eventually, and yep, we see it coming with full force now.
Oh, Brooks is in the middle here. Getting kicked out. Kalishik taking the hit.
Ooh, trying to find Miguel there.
George playing it back in eventually with it. Miguel with it outside. Takes the hit and over.
Just got a little bit underneath that one with that shot.
Maybe could have left it off there for Mateus.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit more communication between those two could have been beneficial.
Now we see storm clouds kind of passing over the rain, stopping for the time being.
As well as the wind dying down too.
Yes. Ball staying in.
Say, finding Rippey on the far side.
Rippey, dangerous
Keeping the
touch there,
ball.
able to keep with it.
Oh, fortunately couldn't find Matheus there.
Rippey able to come back.
Say, nice job there, Hurtis.
Tyson with a nice move in the run.
Oh, now they need to account for the slipperiness of the grass, and it's going to skip a lot more after that rain.
It's going to be a little bit like playing on turf.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people don't like playing on turf, is because of how much it seems like you're playing in rain all the time.
Huge boot from Nofseeger, almost going to the other 18. Nussbaum with trying to find Longnecker. Rippey hitting it out. So we need our 1 minute to play in this half. Here comes Woos cutting off the pass. Nice move, gonna go down. Smith, good job letting it run. Now gonna go out wide.
Ooh, just a little bit ahead of Matheus right there.
Fronce Revalier gonna hit it out. George going to Newberry. Inside to Matheus, back out to Smith. Smith just losing it. Now Nussbaum with it, send it to Herta. Herta steps up, hitting it back in. And Miguel going to be called for offsides.
Say, when you're hugging that line so close, sometimes you find yourself on the back end of it. Say, big kick up, and this will be the last offensive play of this half.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's how this first half will end at a 0-0 tie. So far, had a PK opportunity, Newberry. Just not being able to capitalize quite on it, but a great save from Nofseeger, able to keep it at 0-0 for Goshen.
This has been one very big game. Like, so many shots both sides, good quality shots, good saves as well from the keepers. And we'll hopefully see a lot more of that in the second half. Maybe with one or two going in the back of the net.
So we've definitely seen some good soccer from both sides, and we'll look forward to more from the second half. And we're going to be back with some second half action when we get back. This is FDN Sports.
Hello and welcome to FDN News. I'm Jonathan Kane. Our top story today, the Confederate flag has been the center of controversy this year. Legislators voted to remove it from the South Carolina State House a couple months ago. However, drivers on US 24 can catch a glimpse of the flag as they drive into Huntington. A home that sits next to the state highway has the flag flying high in plain view of the road. According to the homeowner, Karen Holman, people have been very supportive of the symbolic flag. For many, this flag represents a time of slavery and poor race relations. However, Holman tells us local drivers honk in support of the flag 50 or 60 times a day. FDN asked her why she wants to fly the flag here. She requested not to appear on camera, but gave us a specific reason.
We've got it hanging because everybody in our family is military. That is our way of flying the flag so that they know that we respect those people that have died for our country no matter which side they were on. I'm not afraid to fly it. I think that it's important that we help our veterans and that we understand that they are people that have died.
We would love to know what you think about this issue, so feel free to let us know on our Facebook and Twitter pages. The mall was once again filled with cowboy hats and flannel this past Saturday as SAB hosted the annual Hoedown. The event featured food, music, and the much anticipated line dancing competition. SAB brought something new to the table this year. For the first time, students competed in a pie eating contest. 16 students competed in 4 rounds of eating different flavors of full-sized pies. Stratton Harrison won that contest. Quincy White and Rachel Platt won the costume competition, and Logan and Austin Presnell won the dancing competition. This year's Hoedown did not have the mechanical bull and hay rides like last year, but still the event remains a student favorite. SAB hopes to have the mechanical bull and hayride back next year. Huntington University athletic teams have many goals for how the players they will have each year, but we found out these goals deal with more than just athletics. FDN's Kelsey Cruz has the story.
Huntington University has a total of 19 athletic teams. Each team is expected to have a certain number of players each year. However, these roster goals are not set by administration as some may assume. Rather, the coaches of each team set their own roster goals back in 2012 and may increase their goal depending on the given year. This idea was presented by HU's athletic director, Lori Kohler.
The roster goals were set back in 12-13 for that year based on the proposal that I had put together and the feedback I got, okay, we'll do this if you have roster goals. So I sat down with the coaches at that point, and whoever was coaching at that point was the one that helped me, figure out what the best number would be.
The question is, do roster goals serve a purpose other than building the athletic program? President of Huntington University, Dr. Emberton, shed some light on this question.
The university as a whole has an enrollment management plan. We look at a lot of things. We look at new students. We look at retaining the students that we have. But a part of trying to estimate, and I call it guesstimate, the number of students that we're going to have each year, we have to kind of know where they're coming from. In other words, we can't just, okay, well, we're going to have 200 freshmen this year and we hope they come. It doesn't work that way.
Setting roster goals helps the university reach its goal for incoming freshmen each year, which is a great thing. However, I wanted to get a coach's perspective. So I sat down with Huntington University's head volleyball coach, Kyle Shondell, to get his insight on what he sees as both benefits and challenges to setting these goals.
I have an expectation to carry 16 players per year. I think that's a good amount to have on a volleyball roster. And I think that gives you guaranteed depth in almost every single position. The challenge itself will be in place whether there's a goal or not. So you have to stretch your money the best you possibly can. And that's truly in place on everyone on this entire campus, to where everybody on Huntington University's campus has to do the best they can with the resources they have. And truly they do about as good of a job as any place I've been.
Lori Kohler is also the head coach for women's basketball at HU. She understands both the benefits and the challenges of having to set roster goals.
We're all very competitive. We want to win. We're not in this profession to lose. And so I'm sure that comes as no surprise to you. But, so I think we're always as coaches trying to look for ways to, be competitive and to win. And obviously, it would help us if we could, have the funds to recruit the studs, but at the same time, with our situation the way it is, we wouldn't have any depth if we did that. So, there's some give and take that has to happen there, and, it's a balancing act.
While coaches continue to set roster goals, President Emberton will hold them to these goals in pursuit of excellence. Although trying to obtain a certain number of players may not always be ideal, it certainly aids in building athletic programs and the university as a whole. Reporting for FDN News, I'm Kelsey Cruz.
President Emberton says academic scholarships and financial aid also serve as incentives for athletes to come to HU. Well, that's all the time we have on this episode of FDN News. Feel free to check us out online at forresterdigital.net and follow us on Twitter at FDN_news. Thanks so much for watching, and we hope to see you next time.
At Lakeview Middle School, I'm a 7th grade language arts teacher. I primarily teach 12, 13, and sometimes 14-year-olds reading and writing.
One of the unique things about the teacher education program at Huntington University is the relationships that are developed between the faculty and students.
They are super thoughtful people. They want to be a part of your life. They want to, be your mentor and help you through this process of becoming the best teacher that you could possibly be.
I have a very good relationship with a lot of my professors from Huntington, and I think that's because they asked me questions that were even outside of the classroom. And then after class, I wanted to tell them about things that were going on in my life and the exciting things with teaching.
Because our class sizes are small, we get to know them as people, get to know their strengths, weaknesses, because then we know how best to help them. And it also simply makes the whole experience a lot more enjoyable.
I still use a lot of the activities I learned with them with my students today. And so it was really helpful to have that time with them and especially those conversations with them. I think that Huntington prepared me incredibly well for the teaching position I have now. From the beginning of when I started at Huntington, I felt like it was a place where I was able to grow as an individual as well as in the intended profession that I wanted to be in now.
We actually have a number of elementary and middle school and secondary programs. Each person that comes through the elementary program gets at least a couple of different certifications. And then we have secondary or high school programs in the typical content areas like history education, English education, biology education, chemistry education.
Yes, you're going to be exhausted, and yes, you're going to stay up crazy late writing lesson plans and making bulletin boards and curriculum and activities, but get excited that this is going to prepare you very well for your future.
I was able to figure out, even if I'm in a public school setting, how I can demonstrate my faith and show that I am a Christian without explicitly saying it. And I think that Huntington really allowed me to develop a deeper understanding of what my faith was, and so that way I'm able to express my faith to the students in a public school setting. And I do not think that I would be able to take on this role of a teacher if I had not had the structure and the support and the love from the departments and the professors at Huntington.
I'm happy to say we have a very good success rate. Over the past 5 or 6 years, we've had within 6 months of graduation, we tend to average about a 90% employment rate.
I have been completely blessed by it, by the professors, by all the hands-on experience they've given us, and I feel pretty prepared now, which is a great feeling.
Being a theater major is so much more than singing and dancing. It's about telling a story with your performance. It's about engaging with the audience.
When I put on my dancing shoes, I feel a rush. Suddenly, all the pain and sweat from rehearsals is worth it.
Theater demands a lot from a person, what with the long days, exhausting practices, and sore body parts. However, it's got a lot of rewards. Like when I'm getting ready for a performance in front of my boudoir, it hits me. With every stroke of makeup I put on, I realize that there is no place I'd rather be.
Making an audience come alive through our acting, dancing, and singing is an irreplaceable feeling. Being a theater major is a thrilling experience that comes with emotions and excitement. It is during practices that bonds grow stronger.
When I go out there and the spotlight shines on me, everything goes from black and white to color. The small, trivial things suddenly disappear when I'm in front of an audience. And that's what being a theater major is all about.
Welcome back here live to King State, and we're all tied at 0 between Huntington University and Goshen College. Hi everyone, I'm Logan Hunt. Along to me, I'm joined by Austin Flores, and we had an exciting first half action. A lot of shots coming on both sides there, Austin.
Oh yeah, very much so. If you look at the shots, it looks very one-sided, where the Goshen College has 3 shots with 1 on goal. Huntington Foresters have 12 shots with 6 on goal, and it looks very one-sided. And there has been very good offensive pressure from the Foresters, but even so, it has been very evenly matched possession-wise and moving the ball back around. So you can't really count the Goshen Leafs out yet.
Let's say definitely it's a. We also saw a missed PK opportunity. Well, not a missed PK, but a blocked PK by Goshen. Newberry couldn't quite put it away, and a big difference maker there late in the half. It felt like Huntington had their legs underneath them, and then we saw Marcos Salinas go down with that arm injury, and it kind of felt like Goshen started to take over after that. It really was maintaining possession, doing a good job there, and then towards the end, it seemed like Huntington really started turning it back on.
Yeah. While Goshen did have possession a little bit more, when the Foresters did win the ball back, they won it with tenacity, and they just went for goal and almost got it a few times as well.
Expect to see a lot of it from the first half. A lot of things to carry over as we see Herta up front for Goshen. Seems to be their go-to man. If anything's going to get done up front, it's going to probably be through him.
So they're very much relying on his speed to get past the back line, and he has been several times. Will make great runs splitting the D, and the ball will be played to him. But luckily, there'll be Forster recovery there, and they win the ball back.
Yeah, we see Smith taking it from Vingerly out wide to Mateus. Mateus putting it on the ground, and that's going to be ricocheted out the near side of the goal. Going to be a corner kick now for Huntington.
For a second, I thought it was a goal, but got a little too excited there.
Thought maybe a little own goal there action.
Yeah.
It's going to be Woos back to take the corner. Reed with the head. Now Hurt's going to be called for the foul. By getting Reed's back leg there and tripping him. Good call from the referee.
Yeah, let's say fouls like that aren't really the best. You want to be, I don't want to say careful, but aware of what you're doing in the box, especially when you're so close to putting one in. Watch out for those.
See George now with it. In it to Mateus. Newberry switching sides out wide to Rippey now. Good ball movement here from Huntington. It's Rippey now sliding. Going to be hit out by Bontrager. Going to be a corner kick for Huntington. And been around that same area on this near side where we're seeing players slipping. Very slippery over there after some of that rain that we got.
I'd say with the rain as well as even before this, the ground was just very dry in and of itself, and that can make it very slippery because your cleats can't really get into the ground that well, and you just slip and slide all day. So if there's a thin spot of grass, you need to watch out.
Goshen still trying to clear it out. Newberry has Nussbaum on his back, battling. Gonna be hit out by Newberry. Gonna be Goshen throwing. Ball played down the line. Now we see Herta and George. Those are going to be the matchup this half, it looks like. It's George and Rippey, both they switch sides defensively. Theos finding Woos. Woos being pressured immediately. Going to have to hit it back out to Rippey. Rippey going far side. Miguel with the head. The flames just saved over by Nafgeiser. And another corner kick coming for Huntington.
That was a great recognition of Rippey there. Miguel just put his hand up and called for it. He saw him perfectly place ball. And that goes back to the goalie of making another great save right there.
Smith with the long corner. Chupp with the first hit. Gonna be Hurtis now with the throw in for Huntington. I know he can throw it far, so look for this to go in the 18. Almost slipping through to Woost. Theos getting around to defenders. Crossing back to the middle, gonna take the hit.
Count it! It's in! What a rip from Matthews right there.
Big early goal in this second half for Huntington. Matthews did that a lot, dribbling to the middle and then letting it rip. Beautiful goal there.
Looks like they need to keep him on the left side. That was beautiful. Him dribbling it in. He could just put it with his right foot wherever he wants it.
Dribbled past a couple defenders as well. Goshen tried everything they could, and just beautiful placement on that hit. Just getting past Nafziger's arm, and just a great hit.
Yeah, there's nothing that Nafziger could do right there.
We'll see how Goshen tries to answer.
Say the Foresters need to be very aware of these next 5 minutes. That's when the tenacity comes from the other team.
Say good run there out wide, and ball taking a weird bounce. Hester able to come out and get it. But all of a sudden we're starting to hear Goshen talk a little bit more after that.
Yeah. A little bit more passion about them as well. A little bit more pep in their step.
Kalishik just keeping it in. Chupp able to get it away, though. Nofziger trying to play the middle, not there. Woos now with it. Dangerous territory again. He'll take the rip.
Ooh.
And Nafziger again saving it out. He's had his hands full today.
Yeah. Shots have been on today, my friend.
Going to be a corner kick for Huntington.
We're seeing the Foresters having one more out, drawing that defender out again.
Nofziger doing a good job quickly breaking it up there. Now Mattheus now has open shot. He'll take it again. Ricocheted off Francais Ravalier and out.
We'll get another corner.
Seems like Goshen sniffed out that short ball. Huntington's going to have to really go away from it.
So even though they did, they still had a good opportunity there of getting that quick throw in and catching him off guard.
Newberry doing a job just getting his foot on that and tapping it out.
So now we have some more guys behind the ball defensively.
Benderly trying to feed up to Herta. Spencer going to play it back now to Hester.
I'd say one coming hard there. Number 10, Nussbaum.
Force handling the pressure well. Now Newberry's trying to send Miguel along. Knopfseeger again trying to play it up. George getting his head on it. Newberry going to Mateus. This ball going to ride out of bounds. Going to be a Goshen throw-in. Seems like things have settled down just a bit since that Huntington goal now. Both teams starting to settle back in to their regular offense.
So they're getting back into their original swing of things, and hopefully that'll mean another Forrester goal.
See Chupp gonna switch it back to Bontrager on the outside. Ball's gonna fly out, and here comes Huntington trying to work quickly. Bontrager, though, able to take it away from Miguel. Now Goshen getting back into their set, playing the ball back.
They're switching the sides of the field there, moving it around.
Bontrager barely keeping it in. And again, Goshen can't quite connect one of those passing lanes. Woost has it in the midfield. Gonna leave it out wide for Rippey. Back to Woos. Woos gonna take the hit. Nussbaum comes back and hits it out.
He's very good with a player when he has the comfort to take it out from like 20, 25 out. So it'll catch the defense off guard a bit.
And I see Hurtis back to do the throw in for Huntington.
So hopefully we'll see another big throw here.
Kalishik trying to heel it back to Miguel and going to be cleared out by Chubb. Herta with it. Francais Revalier with it at midfield. Going to go out wide to Alshman. Alshman, nice cut back. Trying to get inside Newberry with a nice header.
It was a good track of Joey coming back all the way, filling in for that outside midi part.
Woost decided to go other way. Now cross back to George on the other side. Forster's passing seems to be very methodical, working well. Woost goes out wide to Smith, gets his head on it. And gonna lose it out of bounds for a Goshen throw-in.
Forster's win it back, though, very quickly.
Woos with a nice move, being held by Reed. When Woos finally going down. Now they're going to call a goal kick.
I say Woos not looking too happy getting back up after that.
Reed with it for Goshen. Gonna go far side. Nussbaum leaving off for Verdely, now sending it. Spencer right there to clean it up.
Say the Leafs moving it around, 1-2 touch again, finding their rhythm.
Now here comes Miguel. Doesn't have the numbers, but he's going to take it anyway. Going to slow up for just a bit. Coming in right side. Hit out by Chubb. Going to be a corner kick for Huntington.
Good job, Miguel, right there. You know, he didn't really have any numbers up, so he just took it there a little bit, slowed it up a bit to try to get some numbers in, but when he didn't have anything, he drew the corner. That's good.
And again, we see a possible short ball coming from Huntington. Smith going to put it in the box.
Just off of George there a little bit.
Yep. Nussbaum with it, trying to send it. Has Knopfziger, couldn't quite get his foot on it, and Woos tracking him down. Going down, though. Knopfziger with it. Only has one man up. Ball staying in, and George taking it away.
Nice job of George right there, staying composed, winning the ball, and keeping it in, so that way they could just move it up instead of getting a throw in the corner right there. Say no one's making a backside run to pass the ball away for the Foresters, sadly.
Here comes Miguel looking for someone to pass to, trying to flick it over to Kalashik. Coming back to get it.
Say Forster's still maintaining possession of the ball.
Oh,
Miguel
what a
getting
move.
the meg and keeping the ball.
And then a foul there on Oshman. Beautiful move there from Miguel.
That's what you like to see there. Good cuts, and I'm going to throw in a few megs while you can.
Woosh is going to give it to Smith, put it in on the ground. Cleared out by Bontrager. Ball going to go out, going to be Goshen throwing. Big throw into the middle eventually with it. Newberry, though, taking it away, getting it to Mateos out wide.
So that was dangerous positioning right there at the Foresters. Almost all of the Forester D was all on one side, and the other side was wide open.
Ricochet there, Kalashik.
Oh, getting a touch, just couldn't put it in.
Now here comes Goshen trying to move quickly. George in a bit of trouble, able to get it back to Spencer. Play it back to Hester now, has a little bit of time. That ball is going to go out of bounds.
Say, I don't think that was the ball that Rippey was expecting right there.
No, we saw Rippey kind of dropping back.
Yeah.
Hester wanted him to keep going.
Which is what we're supposed to do, stay a little bit further back and high.
Under 30 to play now in the game. Force still with 1-0 lead off the goal from Mateos early in this second half. Goshen still looking for the equalizer. So far, I'd say Huntington's really dominated this second half.
I would agree with that statement. Even so, Goshen has still been fairly dangerous.
Yes.
But possession, shots, goals, yeah.
See Newberry playing Miguel long. Knopfzi are going to have to come out. And it looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Huntington. Good ball there, though, from Newberry.
Yeah, recognizing the run that Miguel was making.
He saw the one-on-one and took his chances. You see the ball going to go out. Going to be a corner kick now for Huntington again.
It seems to be a very corner-heavy game, especially for HU's side of it. Getting a lot of opportunities because of this, but haven't really been able to capitalize too much, getting shots off into the goalie. It seems like there's always been some sort of ricochet or just like a bad touch that'll send the ball away.
Nice ball inside, but Knopfseger right there. Dean Knopfseger, the senior goalkeeper from Illinois. Gonna swing it out wide. Alshman trying to find Reed. Spencer, though, with it. Newberry losing the ball out of bounds, and Spencer just hitting it out.
Nice job. That way they can get a little chance to reorganize in the back line. They're a little bit out of sorts right then.
Reed trying to play it inside. George with the header.
Right up to Matthews. Good head.
That's cutting Tyson. Good stuff there from Chubb. Now sending Tyson onside. Bontrager coming back. Knopfseger are going to come out and get it. Now Woos coming up with the ball. Finding Matthews.
Oh, great touch.
With the
Good
hit.
pass.
Knopfseger.
Oh, no one's crashing. It was
Again,
a great play, but no one just went to clean it up.
Knopfseger, though, is having a great game back there
Yeah.
for Goshen.
I'll say,
definitely
minus his great saves, it would be like 4-0 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isaac had that great ball to Matthews, but just didn't keep that run going just in case a little mishap there.
So I thought we were going to see a little one-touch, a little volley there,
Yeah.
but Theus bringing it back down. Now Hurtis taking his chances inside.
Ooh, not a bad chance right there, going for that upper left corner.
Comes Nespon the other way, trying to send Knopfseger outside.
Knopfseger has the speed. Get to it before it goes out.
He has some help now, too, if he can get it off. Gonna play it back, and Woos coming right through. Leaving it off for Matthews.
Hey, Forster's doing a great ball of winning the ball back.
Tyson with some room. Looking for a pass. Sending Matthews, staying on side. Beautiful
Great
run.
run. Oh, my goodness. Matthews' runs have been fantastic today.
Finding Woos. Woos going to take the hit. Blocked.
George doing a nice job of standing up Knopfseger right there.
Now we're going to see Knopfseger coming out for Goshen. And for him, this is going to be Olvera. Also, we're going to see De Sosa coming in for him is Sprout for Huntington. First substitutions of the second half.
I think there's been a low substitution game right here. This is only the, I believe, second one for Goshen and the first one for the Forsters.
Now we see the personnel change here for Huntington. We see Tyson out on the left side and Matthews back on this right side. Woos going up top. Bit of interesting lineup there.
See Ty in the holding mid spot as well. Seems to do well there, winning the ball back and recognizing where he needs to play the ball. So hopefully we'll see some good play out of him.
Yep. Ball played in, long ball. Reed trying to get his head on it out there. Rippey gonna hit it out. Mangunda trying to find Herta. Kalashik right there. Goshen still firing away inside. Hurtis now with the header. As Midfield's going to have to push up for Huntington to get this out. Woos getting it off to Tyson. Tyson trying to make the run, uses speed. Able to come back up with it.
Ball's still in, too.
And going to be hit out by Goshen. Going to be a forced to throw in.
Say Goshen's main form of offense seems to be playing those early crosses in, hoping that one of their players will get ahead on it.
Yeah.
And the Forsters seem to be able to figure that out and mark accordingly right there, because there was 3-4 shots real quick where they were ready.
Good challenge there from Herta. Now Herta's for Huntington back with it. Gonna get it back to Hester. See a little bit more pressure here from Goshen. Huntington, a good job getting it out, working it back upfield. Newberry going out wide to Matheus.
Huntington's been doing a very good job of doing the short, long passing that is very effective for soccer. You do 1 or 2 short ones to give yourself time to get a big shot off to cross the field up. And you see it working there, finding Matheus with that run.
Oshman doing a nice job on Matheus out wide.
I would have liked to have seen an overlapping run on made by Travis Rippey right there, because Matheus needed help, and there's that space.
Here comes Rippey looking now, finding Matheus. Rippey into Brooks Smith. Alvera able to come up with it for Goshen. It seems to me, though, Austin, that Goshen's kind of wasting some possessions here, of trying to force it maybe a bit too much.
I would agree with
that.
that.
Getting that.
I'd say that's an example right there, just trying to go too direct, and Forsters are able just to recognize and be there.
Yeah.
Just be in the way. That's half of the battle right there.
Kalshik, though, able to keep it in on that far side. Now coming back out wide, nice move.
So you can tell Tyson is very hungry for a goal because he's been doing so many moves and making those runs, and he had that toe poke there near the goal. He really wants one to finish off his career here strong.
Ball gonna be hit out, gonna be a throw-in still for Huntington. We're going to see George coming up to take it. Back out to George, trying to cross it in. Going to be hit out by Goshen again.
Say this works for the Foresters right now. This is just eating up that clock, getting it just that much closer to the final buzzer.
Smith able to get it back to Kalashik. Sprout now with it in the middle. Has a big boot on him, going to take the hit. Off Seeger able to come up with it. Now quickly thrown out wide to Nussbaum. See Goshen switching fields now. Under 20 to play. Force still up by 1.
Say the energy and the talk right now on both sides of the field is very high. It's quite honestly really good to see. That's honestly one of the largest parts of why both teams have been coming out here and competing so well, is the high levels of communication along with the unselfish play. Just couldn't find Matheus right there.
Here comes Goshen the other way looking for the counter. We see Goshen now taking some more time with it. Now trying to send it in.
Say 23 was a tidbit offsides right there. He was on the left side of Jeremiah Spencer.
See Spencer went down and was a little shaken up. Ref going to talk to him, make sure he's doing okay. It's also see George over there tying his shoe. Like you said, Austin, it's just hurting Goshen is eating into the clock, and right now the clock's definitely Huntington's friend. They can take their time on every possession.
I say different like little mistakes or little snafus like this from Goshen side is just exactly what you want for the Forsters, because this is eating up like 10-15 seconds at a time of doing nothing where you have no danger of being scored on. So it's great.
Mangunda with it in the back line. Get out to Chubb. Forster's just going to allow this to happen, not really putting too much pressure on them. It's definitely a smart move, going to let them play with it, you know, behind midfield. Not a bad strategy.
So as long as they're keeping them in like their back end of the back end of their half, like there's nothing to worry about. But it looks like Isaac Woost is a little shaken up right now. That's part of why there wasn't that high pressure. It's because our forward wasn't there to press.
See Smith with the run outside. Kalashik finds him, gonna go long, but ball trailing back in.
Curve on that.
Yeah. Smart run though from Smith. Had some open space. Ball could have gotten to him.
That would have been one-on-one, and that's what he loves. That's what he's good at, is doing a little move to get around people.
Comes Alvera crossing in, and Newberry gonna header that one out. So corner kick coming for Goshen as we see Vinderly gonna come out of the ball game for Goshen.
So you've seen a lot of defensive action from Joey Newberry this game, and honestly, from what I've seen, it's made quite a difference. So he's made a few saves that could have been goals. And like even this one, just making sure that cross didn't get in, and it's been really good to see.
Ball played back in. Hester able to come up with it. Yeah, definitely, like you mentioned, Newberry doing a good job defensively, staying back and playing more of that defensive mid type of role. Curtis leading Rippey up the line. Back to Newberry. Newberry just losing it out of bounds. Inside to Ingold, Sprout coming onto him.
Hey, good pressure there from Sprout.
Yeah. Wide Auschman. So it's something we don't see Huntington do too often, just clear the ball upfield. They usually look for feet, and that's something they've done a very good job of this season as well.
Yeah, it just is that little bit easier transition than if you look for that pass as you're making that defensive clear instead of just booting it out and then hoping either your guy gets to it or we'll get a little bit of time to set up defensively. But then the other team gets the ball, and what good has that really done?
Yeah. Chubb with it with some room, trying to go down the line, not there. Theos getting it to Smith. Smith out to Kalashik. Sprout with it, trying to leave it off for Wu, still on it. Crossing inside and getting tripped just outside the box. So free kick coming now for Huntington.
This is a dangerous area for a free kick.
Interesting to see who takes it. If it's going to be Woos, Newberry, Smith. Got three Forsters right by the ball.
All three of them very dangerous strikers. Could be going in anywhere in the goal. Don't look good.
See if Nofziger's going to get another chance to make a save. Woos trying to chip it over, and Gonna just miss. Gonna be a goal kick for Goshen, as now we see Miguel de Sosa coming in. Also Lucas Longacre coming in for Huntington. We're gonna see Isaac Woos take a seat.
As well as Tyson, I believe, is the other one.
Yes, what it looks like.
So hopefully we'll see some of that Lucas Loniger signature speed in this last part of the half.
Also, Miguel's had a very good game as well, so not losing much up front.
Say with the rest up there, he'll have a little bit of that quickness back, and some of those runs will start being more apparent, and it'll be good.
I see Miguel with it, dribbling towards the middle and losing it. Nussbaum with it. Engold gonna leave it off. Francais Ravalier. Miguel coming back. Gonna be a foul on Miguel.
Yep, that was a foul.
Goshen trying to play quickly. Oshman putting inside. Hester right there.
Yeah, we could definitely see Miguel lean in that one.
Hester heading towards the middle. Ingold first one to it.
It seemed to be the one spot where no Forrester was at. Not entirely sure why, but.
See offsides there on Herda. Kick coming now for Huntington as Hester will trot up to be the one to take it. We saw last time he took one there on the far side. Hit it out of bounds, so looking to keep this one in. This one's sliding towards the middle. Newberry getting a head on it.
So that was a little bit of a floater itself, so.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see something come out of this.
Smith able to stay on his feet. Leaving off for Longacre.
Oh, trying to get off to Sproat. Just didn't quite get to him, but that was a good decision to Lucas. Saw that there was a defender right there and tried to play it off real quick to Sproat and hopefully have him get a shot off.
See a substitution now. Kalishik going to come in for George for Huntington. George getting a nice round of applause. Looks to be a little shaken up.
It was a good job of him. He's played so well this game of just passing the ball, being offensive as well as his defensive role.
Longacre got a foot on it and going to go out. Going to see a goal kick now for Goshen.
Lucas is hungry for that goal. He almost got on the end of that one.
Brooks Smith with it. Back to Matthias. Out wide to Rippey now. Under 10 to play in the game. Forcer still up that one goal. And foul right there. Smith going down. Easy trip goal.
Good cut, though, from Brooks right there.
Newberry going to be the one to take it. Trying to chip it in and through everyone. Going to be out for a goal kick.
Looked like he was trying to find Matthias right there and almost did.
Yeah. We see Nulfziger coming back in now. He's going to replace Mangunda for Goshen.
The Foresters are going to have to be aware. With that rest, some of his speed will be coming back.
Forsters can't let down yet, only up a goal. See Reed playing it up. Alvera with the run. Forsters coming back to it, then losing the ball on the ground. Hit from Herta, and Rippey finally with the clear.
Travis Rippey, the one who was the one who held him on right there. He's a little bit farther back than the rest of the line.
And Miguel falling over the ball there. Newberry still able to get it to Miguel. Trying to poke it around, but can't quite get to it. Alsherman with throwing. Reed in the middle. Miguel going out wide to Mateos.
Great find. Good placement for the ball.
Mateos again with it out wide to Longacre.
Oh, Lucas! Oh, my gosh. He leaned back a little bit and put it over. Oh, my. I thought he had it.
Like minutes look like Lucas did just lean back on it, had to stop his run just a bit. Didn't quite keep that foot down. That could have been the nail in the coffin.
A little hopeful there. Yeah, that was good recognition of Mateus, like seeing that Lucas was wide open right there.
Comes Mateus back to the center, going out wide to Rippey. Seen that multiple times this game. Rippey kind of tripping over the ball. Able to find Lucas, though. Now Goshen with it. Doesn't look to be in any rush yet. Herta back to Chubb. Shep going to Alsherman. Into Herta. And Herta just can't find Nussbaum. Now we have substitution for Huntington. Woos gonna come in now for Lucas Longacre. Ball going to be hit out by Goshen. Smith trying to find Newberry in the middle, but Umbum came back and Hurtis going to hit that out. Alsherman going to Herta. Now Reed with it. Smith coming in, and foul going to be on Reed. Smith being tripped.
Brooks did a good job of reading the little mishap between the two Goshen players right there, of, recognizing, hey, I need to run through. I need to take this opportunity, punish them.
Kalashik putting it into Miguel. Just missed it. Now Bontrager still with it. Gonna carry a bit. Get it off in the corner, and then Mateos with the takeaway. He's coming with a full head of steam. Trying to get it to Miguel. Poked away by the Maple Leafs. Smith trying to cut back, gonna be out, gonna be a Goshen throwing. And a substitution for Goshen. Gonna slow down the run.
Yeah, that could have been to Goshen Setchman right there, wanting to sub up at that moment. They could have gotten that quick turnover right there, catch HU off guard, but this slowed it down a bit. Now HU's in position.
Substitution was Mangunda coming back in for Ingold. Again, we see Goshen switching fields. 3:30 to play. Goshen going to try the other side now. And Gunda going long over Alsherman's head. See Hurtis telling the Forster settle down, play a little slower. See Newberry able to battle through and get it out. Now Sprout, now they're gonna call Newberry for the foul on Reed. Very interesting call there.
Yeah, very interesting.
Nonetheless, Maple Leafs with the golden opportunity here. .2:30 to play. Nussbaum going to be the man taking it for the Maple Leafs. Got the foul going the other way. We see Miguel throwing him down. Nolfgeiser throwing Spencer to the ground is what it looked like, and then Miguel coming back and getting the best of him. Be interesting to see what the ref calls here. What did you see there, Austin?
Well, it looked like the initial call was just a foul on Goshen in the box, what do they call that? But after the fact, it looked like there may have been some pushing or some shoving between players going on, and number 20 ended up on the ground, and so that's when they called the other foul. So I think they're trying to resolve what to do in this situation, because there was the call against Goshen to start with, but then after that was the one against HU. So
Say it looked like Miguel de Sosa picking up a yellow card, a very unnecessary yellow, going into conference tournament play as well for Miguel. Yep. Very silly yellow, but he was looking out, looked like for his teammate. So we see Goshen now coming the other way. 2 minutes to play. Ball going long, crossed in. Newberry gets his head on it. Reed trying to hit it in. Newberry just going to go long.
Sprout doing a nice job of going through the tackle right there and stopping up the player.
Sprout going out to Miguel. 1:36 remaining. Miguel going to probably take this to the corner. We see Chubb hitting it out. Going to be a Forster throw-in. Smart player from Miguel. Now he has the turn. Gonna bring it back, and ball gonna be out. Gonna be a goal kick now for Goshen.
Say, just at a minute right now. So Goshen, if they're gonna do something, they need to do it now. Goshen plays it short, which is somewhat interesting, seeing as how they'll have to go through every HU player to get to the goal. But not a bad technique, just an interesting one.
Under a minute, ball being thrown in here.
The wind being a big factor right there of just stopping it up.
Gunda playing it back in. Kalishik hitting it out. Hester doing a good job staying back on his line, letting the defense do its job. See this ball rolling out. Shupp coming with the throw in 20 seconds. Woost able to hit it up now. Goshen have one look here. Now we have offsides being called, it looks like, on Goshen. And that's how this one's going to end, with Huntington taking it 1-0 on their final home game of the season, taking down the Goshen Maple Leafs.
That was quite a game, though, to watch. A lot of passion on both sides of it, good possession on both sides of it. But the Forsters just able to get more shots off, and odds are if you get more shots off, one of them's bound to go in.
Saying we saw that beautiful goal from Mateos coming early in the second half here, and that turned out to be the game-winning goal for Huntington. But we're going to be back with some post-game analysis here from King Stadium. I'm Logan Austin Flores, and this is FDN Sports.
My name is Anita Gray, and I'm the director. My absolute passion is teaching students how to use credible sources. I ask them questions, have you thought about this, have you thought about that? And all of a sudden that light bulb goes on and they go, aha, and they get it. I don't think there's any better feeling in the profession than that. It's just so exciting to watch a student go through the process of learning. I've had several students and faculty say, I went down and looked for this book and I found another one that looks really interesting. So I decided to check that one out too. Or I need to look a little bit more in my subject area because there are some really good materials down there. I liken it in some ways to Alice in Wonderland. You fall into the hole of the area of your study, and Alice had constant discovery. She had to have constant discovery because strange things were happening to her. She had to learn how to get out of them or how to deal with them. And that's the same way with learning. When you start falling into that hole of a topic and you need to learn more and you need to find out more and you have to do this, and sorry, I get really excited about this. That's what you can do in a library. You can go into the shelves, you can go into the stacks and look and see if you can find more information than what you just specifically went for.
Welcome back to the stadium where your Huntington University Foresters are going to go plus 500 here, going 9-8-1 on the season after taking down the Goshen College Maple Leafs.
Yeah, that was a big win for us. Puts us up in the middle of the pack for the postseason play, and that's right where you want to be. Evenly matched games where if the Foresters play like anything like they did today, we're going to be going places.
Definitely looking to go places, do big things. Mateos getting that big goal in the 51st minute. Big time goal for him, and just a beautiful goal coming from that left side, coming back in and really hitting his spot.
I have to say, one of the biggest factors for the win here today seemed to be the communication of the Foresters. They would talk, and the biggest thing is that the people would listen as well, like take in the considerations of the other people, and it proved big for them.
Yeah, we definitely saw some good passing from Huntington. That was big up front, and we mentioned that front line doing a good job. We have to give some credit to that back line, really holding strong. There was a lot of speed from Goshen, and they were able to contain it, and Troy did a nice job back in goal, getting himself a shutout. So good job here all around for Huntington.
Yep, those clean sheets, that's what you want as a goalie.
Yeah.
I mean, even just as a program.
So Huntington going to finish out the regular season with a 1-0 win over Goshen. Going to go in to the conference tournament, maybe with a little bit of momentum, and hopefully jumping some spots in the standings as well.
Yep.
That's going to do it here for us at FDN Sports. I'm Logan Hunt.
And I'm Austin Flores.
This has been FDN Podcast.